Welding might be the headline skill on a service truck, but it's never the whole story. Welcome to WELD, where each week we explore different pathways in the welding industry. I'm your host, Beau and this week I'm climbing into my buddy Dave Doherty's service truck to see just how many trades live inside one rolling toolbox. If you have ever wondered what it really takes to run a service rig and handle whatever job rolls in, this episode's for you. We dive in right now. Dave, for people that don't know you, introduce yourself.
Dave, DTB Fabrication online, but plumber, started as a plumber, got into pipe fitting, welding, heating, HVAC, propane, fuel oil.
Everything.
You name it. If it heats a building or a home, then I do that.
The old shotgun window in it. I like it, man.
Got to see the curb. So these are all set up. I got a lot of stuff tossed in here because I drove out to make a camp here, but generally the torch setup, torches, safety harness, some of my pipe clamps, some rod in here. I run my Maxstar. I work in a lot of buildings. I'm in sub-basements, so sometimes dragging leads out and running all the way down. I'll hook up to building power and just run that. I mean, I got a gazillion hours on that thing. That's a hell of a machine. So I am a plumber too, and we do all sorts of plumbing equipment. So I have
dang.
Soldering kit, cutters, everything up to 4-inch tubing,
Dang.
6-inch actually, and then copper fittings, Pro Press. These are all the Pro Press guns. So press lock copper fittings. I got that up to 2-inch.
That's so you don't have to sweat them?
Yep.
Yep.
Ironically, it helps because we don't, anything that requires a torch in a building, you need fire permits, fire watch, and even down to soldering. So, yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff that'll set a building on fire and a whole bunch of stuff not to do it. But
Nice.
it's a weird mix. So, this is my electrical dump. So I got all.
So we have 3 trades so far.
Yeah. And so electrical fittings, conduits, flex conduits, BX cables, some controls, some basic controls. So a lot of boiler equipment, relays, different standard equipment items. Stuff that might have pump relays, switches, switch boxes, circuit breakers, depending on what I'm working on. So we wire all the equipment. Not quite an electrician. It's the little stuff, relays, switching relays, but
That's 3 trades we've covered so far.
yeah.
All right, what else we got?
So then we got this one's the rigging department.
Okay, so here's a whole nother one.
So we got all my heavy straps, everything so I can rig. So if I do have a crane on site too, when I can't reach with that, we'll hire a crane in, and I make sure I have all my own rigging for sort of any scenario we get into. Also all the controls. So this runs all my hydraulic equipment, so I can turn the PTO on out here.
So PTO, a lot of us think that's paid time off. What is that? What does that mean on this?
I can't find that switch, but that one's the power takeoff. Okay. So once I hit that, the truck's in neutral, it's parked. When you hit that, it turns on a pump. The transmission runs a pump on the side of the transmission, and that spins a hydraulic pump for all the equipment. Then we got this is my favorite one. So these are the pass-through boxes. This whole bumper.
Oh, nice.
Just clear through.
Like on the Rivian.
I got one in the back.
Oh, yeah, I got one in the back.
So this side, I usually keep like the hammers, pry bars, different things, levels, anything that, obviously you got to bounce around there, so you don't want to put gentle equipment in there.
Yeah.
But from that side to this side, this one I run all my wrenches in it. So as much as I like to weld, I do have to screw stuff together. So everything from your regular.
That's a wrench.
2-footers, but.
Dang! That'll get it done.
This one's my favorite. So flanges, I made this wrench. So that's for your regular flanges. I can pin it, and because once you get up in those 4-inch flanges, there's no place to put a wrench.
Those welds, dude. Wow.
Hasn't broken yet. I've had this thing for years. And then, so this one, miscellaneous hardware, screws, anchors, nuts and bolts, 3/8 hardware, 1/2-inch hardware, 1/2-inch 13, threaded rod style stuff, pipe dope, Teflon, rubber gloves, chemicals. Kind of try to keep all that in the one thing.
We got a double duty here. This is where the TV's at?
This is where the refrigerator is.
Oh.
So this one, a lot of miscellaneous stuff too. So I have air conditioning. I do air conditioning too. So
it's okay. Another trade.
And then it's tubing benders, electrical knockout punches, HVAC scale for refrigerant, AC gauges, electronic, sheet metal tools, ductwork, all that. So seamers, hand seamers, tin snips, all that kind of stuff. And all this equipment's mine. So everything, the last 30 years, I've been here 27 years, but the last 35 years I've been buying tools. So all the tools are mine. So nobody can tell me if I leave here, these come with me. They're mine. Gaskets.
Oh, gotta have the
Gaskets and seals. Some odds and ends for hangers, I don't carry much of them, but these are all different flange type gaskets, non-asbestos, and boiler seal gaskets, Wyoming clean gaskets. We do mostly sectional boilers. So like a lot of times you'll see big tube boilers, you see those a lot. Boston doesn't have a lot of room for those because the buildings are 100 years old. So what ends up happening is the sectional boilers, we put them in with cast iron sections so you can get them down stairwells, elevator shafts, anything. You can move them around instead of having to build a big tube sheet boiler. Some of the ones that are out there, there's a lot out there in the schools and colleges, things like that are designed for it. But you go into a building that's 100, 150 years old, they didn't make any provisions. And then they build one next to it, and then next to it, and behind it, and above it. So a lot of these places you go in, you get a lot of stairs, miserable access, and they're tight.
Dang.
So that's why I wish I could fit the crane in most basements, but it doesn't happen. That's what the rigging stuff's for, and the chain falls and all the things in that bin, come-alongs, pullers. You figure out a way to do it, bars, two-wheelers. Then this is
the last
most my go-to one that keeps everything everything I have. I had to throw the boots in. Those don't normally stay, but same thing, pulls all. So I use that a ton. That's big for rigging.
There's your tugger.
Lights, sawzalls, propane test kit, more sawzalls, drill bits, batteries, drills. I mean, everything to oscillating tools and more grinders, just spares, and the tubing cutter, copper tubing cutters. But my tool bag, this is my everyday. Anywhere I go, no matter what I'm fixing, that's what goes with me.
Heavy duty.
So it's
dang, bro.
Anything and everything that, I don't know, you got to have it all. And all the wrenches, torque wrenches, specialty pipe wrenches, different things. I get a lot of scenarios that stuff don't fit. A lot of old heating equipment has square hardware on it, like seeing old tools and stuff like that. A lot of square sockets, double squares.
That's so crazy, man. Like, you're just a jack of all trades, you know?
Like, yeah, you sort of end up there. And it's one of those things, too. You might use it once, but it's like, all right, it goes in the truck. And then, 2 years from now, you're like, wait, I got that. Hold on, give me a minute. And it's,
if I need something, I know where I'm coming.
Screwdrivers, keep all sorts of stuff around. I mean, that's useless as a screwdriver, but it'll make a great punch in case I need to get something. So I don't throw a lot of stuff out. And punches, chisels, bars, you got to have all sorts of variation. Same thing, square sockets. These are handy. Those are double squares. Then there's the offsets. So when you see like drain plugs, squares that you go in, so got to have all those. We have a lot of that type of equipment out there. Yeah, it all goes, faucet pots. I even carry some of them. Sometimes you're working at Mrs. Jones's house and, hey, I'll take care of the faucet for you.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. You have to have a CDL?
This one is non-CDL, so this is 26,000 pounds. Anything over 26,000 pounds, that's where you're going to hit Class B CDL.
This is nice. Can I get in?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you can throw the helmet on the other seat there.
Yeah. All right. Whoa, yeah. That's loud. Okay, CB, what's your call sign? You don't give that
nobody's giving me one. Yeah, up in New England here, we're no smoking and bandits up here.
Oh, man.
It's on the list.
If running your own service truck is a goal of yours, one of the most valuable things you can build is a deep skill set. The more you know, the more problems you can solve when you're out in the field. That's where our friends over at the American Welding program come in. They offer courses covering different welding processes, materials, and even rigging so you can build a strong foundation that will actually translate to the real world. Because you're listening or watching the podcast right now, you can save 20% by using the code WELD20 at checkout. Go check out all the courses you can start learning today at AmericanWeldingProgram.org. Now, let's get back to the show. Okay, so the bed of the truck here, when you don't have a printing press in it, what do you usually have back here?
So up front, I do have 2 ladders. I carry a Little Giant and then a 4-foot, the most handy universal stuff. Right inside, I keep a 2-wheeler, aluminum 2-wheeler. I keep a lot of dunnage, so I'll break stuff down. I'll keep that there. So heavy oak boards, just try to keep them around different sizes. Up front, the orange handle is that's a pipe cutter.
Oh.
So it looks like a big tubing cutter, but that'll cut up to 8-inch pipe.
Oh, dang.
So I have a power head for it, so you just pump a pedal and it just closes, just like, has a cutting wheel on it, just spins around.
You got all of your hoses.
Got my leads, I keep 75 feet of hose in the truck for pumping out water, nothing crazy. I keep oxy hose, so I do have 50 feet in the cabinet, and I carry another 100 feet. In the wintertime, I'll move some of the stuff around. I won't leave the hose out all winter, but if I'm not using it. Up front, that white box, that's a compressor. Like I said, that's that hydraulic-driven compressor. This is my Ranger 330, MPX 330. So that one, I got that one more recently. I ran a Trailblazer for years on my other truck, and I sold it with the truck. So when I set this one up, I bought this one. Been pretty good. That one's been nice.
Good old MPX, man. That's the same one Austin has.
I was almost going to buy that Trailblazer air pack, but then when I got this truck, I'm like, well, I got the compressor, so I don't need the air pack anymore. And the real star of the show.
Star of the show, man.
Oh, saves my ass more than I can count.
The old crane.
So that one will pick 12,000 max. I can go out 24 feet from center. I can reach 24 feet. And then off the ground, of course, I'm probably 7.5 feet off the ground, so I get a little lift out of it. Dang. But the 12,000 pound pod is just awesome. My last truck had a 6,000 pound crane, and it just never could.
12,000 is double. You doubled your.
Yep. I could pick up mini equipment with it. I can pick up a skid steer.
So with the crane, like, I mean, a lot of this stuff, there's different types of training you got to have, or you pick it up along the way. But like, as far as like a crane, rigging and, hand signals, all that kind of stuff, like, where did you learn all that? Just it's in a book.
Hand signals and rigging was on-the-job training.
Okay.
A little bit of a let's see if this works kind of thing when we were younger. But then as I got older, more people I met, more people are into rigging. Mostly talked with them and what do you use? And like, I might be using this thing and I look over, I'm like, whoa, where'd you get that? And, oh, no, you got to have one of these, And so you get a lot of those hints and tips from people along the way. Hand signals, that was whatever crane guy you're working with, whatever he wants to use.
Whatever he wants.
If this is stop, that's stop. If he wants this to be said, you just listen to them and you work with his signals. There is a standard, but it seems like nobody follows the standard. Just whatever he wants to see, that's what I'm going to give him.
It's like, here you go, here's a card.
Yeah. And so with that, I mean, New Hampshire, I live in New Hampshire. They don't have a certification for cranes. They don't have any kind of hoisting certification requirement. Massachusetts does. So since I work down there all the time, I have my 1B hoisting certification, so I can run any boom crane with a cable. I can't run lattice cranes or luffers. Friction cranes. Those are the ones I can't. Then I have my 2A hoisting license. A lot of people call it a hydraulics license, so I can run excavators, any kind of mini equipment, forklifts, lulls, that kind of equipment, telehandlers.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I got a mini excavator at home with a skid steer. Do that too. So we do propane.
Tried that
so
today.
Yeah. That's a good time.
That's sick.
So we put propane tanks in the ground so we can dig those and do that. That was another avenue. Friend of mine's in construction, and another mine's in civil engineering. So one day we're digging tanks, and I go, "Hey guys, I need a crash course, quick! Like, help me out." And all right, do this. Read this website, go to this page, get this book. I'm like, all right.
Dang. And then as far as like certified for like welding and like hot work and all that kind of stuff, is that through the company or is this like your personal?
I do all the training myself. So, I don't train myself, but all the certifications I do,
figured out.
I don't do it through the company. I do all my own stuff. So my OSHA 30s and confined space training, I just updated all those. My plumbing license, I got a plumbing, sheet metal, what else do I got? Oil burner certification and gas certification. I just got my New Hampshire plumbing license. I'm going for my New Hampshire gas license. The hoisting licenses, all that stuff I do for me. Yeah. And even the guys that work with us and work with me and work under me, and I'm like, guys, go get a license because they can't take it away from you. It's not the company, it's you, and you own that wherever you go, and that's like a huge thing, especially in Mass. Like, you have to have a plumbing license to do this kind of work. Even if you don't, like, we don't do drains, we do hot water systems, but we're not doing drains and underground and stuff like that. But you need it to do gas piping and all those kinds of things. But as far as going back to the rigging and that kind of thing, so rigging is covered under my hoisting license. what you do with that or how you do it safely, that's kind of discretionary.
Yeah.
A lot of job sites I'm on, they're not, we're not big engineer jobs, so we don't have teams of people and, a lot of different work places. It's just us doing a boiler and with a customer, whether they own the building or manage the building. So it's not like we have, blueprints and big drawings and architects telling us what to do. It's more of a don't get hurt,
Just
do the right thing.
done,
And, you have your experience, use it, don't be stupid, and don't ruin anything.
Yeah.
Don't break anything, people or product.
So if somebody out there wanted to get a job like yours, like you have a lot of skills, you bought a lot of tools, like what is the pathway to like run a truck like this one day?
Work your ass off, grind. I mean, that's just utmost, but it's learning. Learn from people, man. There's so many people out there willing to teach, but if you don't take advantage of it, they're not going to want to teach you. I get that a lot now. Everybody wants to weld. Everybody wants to weld. So I've had a few guys that go, can you teach me to weld? Can you teach me? Yeah, sure. Come on up. I live at my house. Come on up to my house. We'll do it. What happens is, all right, this is what you got to do, and they try it, and they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's like, all right, now you need to spend a lot of time practice. You need practice, and they don't. And that's where they need to be committed to. And if you want to get into something like this, it's take every advantage. Anytime somebody gives you an advantage, I get to come out here and meet these people and do these kind of things. And if he's doing asphalt driveways, how do you do it? I want to know how you do it. I'm not going to go start doing. Well, maybe I will, but even if I'm not going to do something, I want to know the info.
I wouldn't put it past you, man. I
haven't put a trailer on it yet, but there's an option.
Yeah.
And I've had so many friends that do different things, and I'm constantly picking their brain. Like, how do you do it? How do you do it? What do you do with that? What happens in this scenario? What do you do if this happens? And it's useful in so many avenues, like electricians. I know, like I don't do electrical, but I wire the burners and things. So, and I get an understanding of that. It's really just using everybody. And I mean, between YouTube and the internet, I grew up as that stuff was starting to come around. But I used to have a whole compartment in my old truck filled with books. Every book and manual I could find, old stuff. I got books on my desk from the 20s. That's how I figure out a lot of old stuff in Boston. Even my father gave me, he's like, hold on to these. These are the good ones. This is the one you want. This is when somebody can't figure it out. Hold on. Go through that book and, yep, there it is.
See, from the day it was made.
I don't know everything. I certainly do not know everything, but I can find it. I'll find the info. Just give me a little bit of time, and I'll find it and figure it out. But yeah, I mean, take advantage of everything. But hustle. You got to hustle. Nobody's going to do it for you.
Yeah. No, that's the truth, man. Well, if people have questions for you, like if somebody wanted to reach out and they're like, hey, I have a question about this random thing we saw in your truck. Many things. How do they get in contact with you?
DTB Fabrication, at DTB_Fabrication on Instagram is easiest way to find me. I'm on Facebook. Same thing under my name, Dave Doherty. But Instagram's where I'm mostly at. I have a YouTube. I don't use it much. I'm trying to figure that out. Editing is... Computers are sometimes my nemesis, and editing is something I just haven't dedicated time to. So
hey, man,
hopefully I get more YouTube.
Got to get a book of it.
That's what...
You can just thumb through and find it.
Damn, I
gotta go find those old school
more.
ones. The ones like cutting the tape and everything, dude.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm in the old school room, that stuff's ending up on the floor.
Well, I appreciate you running me through the rig. I've never gotten to spend this much time on one, so...
yeah, man.
It's pretty cool.
I appreciate
would love to just drive around. Do you want to take a lap in it?
Hell yeah.
I'll get some handheld in there. Yeah, dude. Let's do some burnouts. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Weld, and a huge thank you to Dave for opening up your service truck and letting me take a look inside. That thing was like a rolling toolbox with no bottom, and I learned a ton seeing how many different skills you have to get the job done. I also want to give a huge thank you to the American Welding Program for making the show possible and helping us all save a little bit of money with that code WELD20. If you're ready to start building new skills, go check out all the courses they have and see which one fits your goals. Also, if there's something that you want to see on the show, or maybe you want to be a guest in the future, reach out to me at podcast@weld.com and I'll do my best to make it happen. If you don't want to miss future episodes, make sure you're subscribed to the WELD Podcast YouTube channel. And if you already are subscribed, I appreciate you more than you know. Until next time, we'll see you out there.